Um, I don't care. What was I gonna say? I'm about to play online, but I did have a suggestion for the game. Like, for example, like if Kimberly does like medium punch into medium kick, quarter circle forward kick, medium kick, slide. Instead of her having to do down, down punch as soon as she gets up, she should have to be able, like, if she holds two punch button, that's the EX spray can. If she holds, you know, she should be able to EX spray can, like, and jump back if she wants with it. Like, but easier setups, like to do setups like that. Oh my god, really? Oh, that standing hard kick should have hit. I don't like that. See, that has to be stopped. That ruins the game. It really does. He fucked up there.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, fuck, I thought I still had it. You can't just jump out of shit like that. Keep them grounded and let me get an easy combo off the shit. Like, straight up, man. This guy's whack, man. Let's go, baby. I'm not fucking around with this Street Fighter shit, dog. I really mean what the fuck I say about this shit. Y'all think I'm fucking around, joking around and shit, man. I'll show you how the fuck I'm gonna beat you. See, I should have been able to stop that with crouching jab. Oh, he should have been hit by that. I grabbed right there. I pressed it though, man. More time on that. And do the drive impact more forward, like a throw in Tekken 7. That's another change I would make to Street Fighter 6. An easy change that would drastically improve the game. Woo! Let's go!
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, I should have been in grab range, no doubt. That's the EX slam dance in the air. That gives you additional juggle possibilities, but I love that shit. He's like Guy on steroids. That should have been bigger hitbox right there. That's straight. That low forward is like so lightning fast online. Whoa! Let's go, baby! I'm ready, boy! I'm ready! I'm not playing with this Street Fighter shit, dog! I really mean, I'm ready, nigga! I don't give a fuck if I lose, dog. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if I lose. I love the game that much, dog. I'm gonna stay grinding on Street Fighter. I'm a long-time fucking fan. I really care about the game being the best possible result it can be. That drive rush, when it's not within a combo and they're not in hit stun or it's a possibility to counter, like, in other words, you can only combo that shit. If he drive rushes at the wrong time, crouching jab beats it, crouching light kick beats it, like, easily. Like on some martial law from Tekken shit. Martial law from Tekken 7 where he has like a fucking 5-hit jab shit. Like 7-hit jab shit, like da 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 da. Like, but that's all you get out of it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing you get out of the actual, like, you can't like jab, 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 special move type shit. Like on some like original Mortal Kombat shit. Where, yeah, it's a fast move, but that's all you get. You can't special cancel it. I like that, like, for example, in Street Fighter, that would be like crouching light kick. Crouching light kick is even faster than crouching jab. I don't understand why, like, no one uses crouching light kick. Like, none of these new players use crouching light kick. They always go crouch jab. Crouching jab has more recovery on miss than crouching light kick ever did. Like, damn near, like, it feels like it's half the time. Obviously, it's like maybe half the range as well, but I think it's way better up close than crouching jab is. I feel like it's just more consistent to come out. You know, if I play Blanca, I'm gonna get destroyed right now, though. I wish I could pick a different character, Blanca. That's another thing I would change in the game. Another thing I would change in the game is the ability to easily, especially on the Nintendo Switch 2. I wish they would add a character color customization feature to the game like they did in Street Fighter Cross Tekken for the PlayStation Vita. I thought that was phenomenal. It really was the first time, like, in a Street Fighter game. Like, they obviously had that in Capcom vs SNK 2 with the color customiz. You could, you know, edit the color for each character. I love that feature. It was way too hard back then. I did love that I could do it, but it took me way too long to make, like, my, like, variations of each character. Like, I tried to make, like, Violent Ken and shit. But the way that Violent Ken has to be a regular character in the game. I completely disagree with you guys not adding him as a regular member of the cast. In a lot of ways, he's kind of like his own character. Like, he kind of became his own thing a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He's a lot of fun. He's like Dulcim. He's like Dulcim on steroids. Like, he don't wait for you to come to him. He's like, no, I'm coming to you now. I know they want to rain on my parade and shit. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, soon they'll be blocked, you know, spiritually and, you know, back where they belong. You know what I'm saying? And now, and essentially they won't be able to, you know what I'm saying, use it on anyone else either, most certainly. Especially if everyone was smart enough to use the same symbol to block people. If this was a standard, like, nationally, like, everyone would be having the time of their life, because all the losers that waste their time trying to drive people crazy all the time would just, like, already be blocked from ever using, like, whatever you want to call it. I love to call it spirituality. That's what, like, everyone else calls it. That has any brains anyway. Oh yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah. Let me hold up. Okay, I didn't want to pick Luke for story mode. I do think he is one of the better characters in the game, though. And I think Meta RD is one of the best Luke players. Maybe only, like, equal to mine, like, at that level, you know what I'm saying? Like, easily. You know what I'm saying? He's a dope player. I'm not going to deny that. I know he's dope. I know I've played him online before. It may be either that or there's someone that's as good as him. I can't guarantee that I played against him, but he's a talented player. Like, there's no denying that. There's a lot of new players that, like, even though, like, they're dope, like, I'm not going to deny that, but I know I'm also dope. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you may have not beaten my best character, but they know when I played my best character, they had to study what to fucking do in the game to finally fucking have a chance of beating me. So don't ever forget that. So, like, you could pretend to be all high and mighty and shit, but, like, when I completely destroyed 99% of the Street Fighter community that was playing Street Fighter 6 online with Blanca, and no one really had an answer for it for, like, the first, like, 3 months that I was using them, like, I just suddenly went, you know what? Enough is enough, and, like, I picked Blanca. But, like, Kimberly, for me, is my real main. Like, if I could only choose, like, one character to pick, I think I have the most fun playing Kimberly, no doubt about it. I love whoever designed her as a character. She is very unique. Like, I love her character design. I just wish it was a little bit easier to get the spray cans out, like, especially after I guaranteed hit my opponent with the medium kick slide. After medium kick slide, whether I do an anti-projectile, I should be able to do a spray can. But if I do an EX slide, leave the character standing on anti-projectile so I get a free combo. Only on meter. Like, I feel like subtle changes like that would drastically improve how good, like, Street Fighter is. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying I just don't agree with some of the decision making that they did. I'm not saying it can't be, like, easily tweaked to be, like, fucking amazing. Like, I know, like, if they just listen to me a little bit more, like, it'll be the fucking dopest Street Fighter of all time. And, like, I thought I'd never say that. You know, I would love to see some of those older Ultra animations from Street Fighter 4 make a comeback. Just like I would love to see a lot of those fatalities and crushing, of course I would love to see crushing blow, but fatal blow as well. Although I thought the fatal blows should have just been, you know, the brutality. You get what I'm saying? Like, I always thought the fun of Mortal Kombat was completely annihilating your opponent at the end if you wanted to. Or being, like, so good that you show, like, you know, mercy to your opponent. Like, where, like, you know, you give them another opportunity after you won the original game. Like, you could show mercy and give them, like, another 20% health back. And sometimes a player like me actually makes a comeback. I've done that to players before. Where, like, I'm like, damn, bro, you got that. Like, good shit, bro. You beat me. Like, congratulations. Like, right? Like, and then they go, mercy. And I'm like, what? I'm like, wait a second. Now you're going to rub it in that, like, you think you're dope? I was like, oh, word? I was like, no. Destroyed my opponent after that. Not every single time, but, like, a very high percentage of that. But yeah, fighting games are awesome, man. I feel like when they finally perfect the game, just keep adding more music and more characters. Like, maybe there's a limit to how many you can add. So then just always narrow it down to the ones that we really love. I mean, let's be honest. I think Gamryu could be maybe a little bit fatter. If I could make one more change in Tekken, I would make Gamryu a little bit fatter. Wait, like, a lot more fat. He doesn't look like a sumo wrestler. He looks like just like a strong little guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, Gamryu just looks like a strong little guy. Like, he don't look like sumo, though. Like, he gotta look like sumo. Like, he's supposed to be fat. He's supposed to be, like, big and strong, dog. Like, that's just what he is. Of course, I know he is, bro. I know he is. What was I gonna say? Yeah, like, those are changes. The drive impact, obviously having way more forward range, like the Tekken 7 grab. I I love the grab. The only thing, like I said, I said that before. Um, that I would change. The ability to grab someone easily out, like I said before, like when drive impact is active, there's a secondary grab that does the same thing that it normally does, but now it has like 50% more range. So in other words, there's no way you could fucking fuck this up. Even if they gotta freeze frame it, like when it hits. Like if a grab is activated, when this second grab is active, then the freeze frame comes in and appears. You know what I'm saying? Or you get the free combo afterwards, whatever the hell it is. Like I'm just talking, like I'm a little off right now. Because I'm hearing the music in the background. I really want to concentrate, but to explain what I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, E Honda needs more tweaking as well. I think crouching jab and crouching light kick should beat headbutt guaranteed 100% of the time. I think if you're good enough to get in on an E Honda with a crouching light kick and a crouching jab, you should be able to pressure them. Just like I feel like you should be able to pressure a lot of the charge characters. Obviously, you know, when he has EX flash kick, probably don't want to, even though I do feel like you should be able to jump over sonic booms easily with every character in the game. I feel like every character kind of needs like that Blanca jump kick, if you know what I mean. Hard kick. I don't know. Like, I feel like some characters have a harder time. I feel like it's gotten easier. I feel like it has gotten way easier. I feel like the hit stun on jumping attacks could be a little bit longer. Especially for a character like Kimberly. Like, so that you have options there. Obviously, if it hits, you want to go into hard punch Rekka with hard punch. Quarter circle forward, like hard punch into quarter circle forward, hard punch again. Like, to basically get maximum damage. And then you could super jump the last part of it. Although I wish they would simplify it. Like, for example, just pressing light kick or like any kick button that automatically puts Kimberly in the air to do the grab. And then you just got to press punch after it. Like, but if you press 2 punch, you know what I'm saying? It activates the EX command grab that you saw me do in the match with the player from, don't get me wrong. As an Aki, he's dope. As an Aki, he's dope. It's just that I can't stand the character. It's too good. It's so overpowered. And like, I'm not mad at him as a player. Like, I'm happy that he's a dope Aki because he made me realize how fucking incredible that character really is. I'm not going to deny that. Like, even if I played him in person, don't worry. Like, I'll figure it out. Like, if I never had too much Aki experience, I'm sorry, but like, I'll probably figure it out. I've been playing Street Fighter a long time. I know, like, those windows of opportunities have not changed over the years that much. Like, it's always been like, okay, here's your time. Okay, you missed it. Okay, here's your moment. Okay, you missed it again. Uh-oh, here's your time again. Okay, no, it's gone. But, like, it's doing that over and over again. Like, but yeah, that shit is dope. This shit is dope. Like I said, I don't want to waste too much bandwidth. I am gonna play ranked and casual. I don't mind if I play casual with any of you guys. I only like to play ranked with Kimberly because like I feel like I have played casually here and there, but like I want to have my win record with Kimberly like at the most pristine condition. Like I want it to be like 9,870 wins and like 25 losses. And people are like, oh, he quit every game. No, I don't quit. I only quit games where I feel a player is using a character that really has an unfair advantage on a white background. Like, for example, Cammy has a real big disadvantage. I wish the Capcom developers put a little bit more effort so that, like, in that brief moment, like, on a white background, Cammy either changes her outfit completely to wear, like, black pants and a black long sleeve shirt with, like, red gloves. Like, something that's really easy to see on a white background, it automatically chooses that as an alternate costume for that specific stage. But I really want, like, the developers to, like, I feel like they've already done this before, only there wasn't alternate costumes before. Like they were always choosing pretty damn good contrast of colors artistically. And it made it real easy to follow the information. And that's, I believe, why Street Fighter was so successful. And like, amazing game, like a lot of other amazing games out there were so successful. You know what I'm saying? And like, I do feel a little bad about talking shit about Capcom. I'm not gonna lie. They caught me in the heat of the moment. I'm sorry about that. If you knew how they were like, kind of like deliberately picking like bright colors on me and shit like that, you would understand why I would get like, a little disappointed. You know what I'm saying? Because like it was like consistently happening sometimes. So like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it was just coincidence. I don't want to like make it more of a, it's a possibility. But like I felt like, damn, when it's like three in a row, like either I have the worst luck in human history or like people are deliberately trying to like just, you know what I'm saying? Like don't do that. Like respect the game. Like I'm a legit top level player. Am I the only one? No, but like respect that guys like out here like me, like are taking the game to a whole nother level and really showing what like each character can really do and be. Like I love Kimberly's character design. I love that she could combo after the overhead easily. Maybe not as easily. I mean, I feel it's way easier than Ryu. It's unfortunate that Ryu's overhead is so hard to combo after with a crouching jab. Although like it's not impossible, I feel like it could be way easier. I feel like he should be able to drive impact during like at some point during the animation of his overhead. Obviously, he can't do overhead into like a drive impact that's already been activated. Like almost like legitimately every overhead in the game except for jumping attacks is going to lose to that. So like especially with a grappler, like neutral jump, I'm pretty sure if they get that drive reversal, you get a free command grab. So like I don't recommend any player doing drive reversal at all. You're actually better off using the invincibility of your flash kick, because that's guaranteed to beat standing jab and crouching jab on reaction. You know what I'm saying? So like every character in a way has like those invincible wake up reversals, they call them in fighting games. It's essential in 2D fighters. It's essential. It's essential, especially in more basic, like more simpler fighting games, like for example, like King of Fighters and Street Fighter and Fatal Fury and stuff like that. Like those are like simpler 2D fighting games. So like it makes a lot of sense, but like I feel like if it was more about combinations, everyone would like understand it and love it. You know what I'm saying? But like crouch sweep can lead into more damage. Like I don't understand what's so hard about that. Like I would much rather when I counter my opponent with a crouching sweep, automatically put them into like a drive impact counter hit where he's just standing there holding his leg and like hopping on one foot. I thought like it was funny. That's straight like Looney Tunes shit. Like I would love for that to make it into Street Fighter, just like I would love some of that to make it back into Mortal Kombat. Even if you have to hire a specific team that's real good at making those graphics look real good, like Sub-Zero sliding on ice, it has to be in the game. Maybe there could be the unmasked Sub-Zero that does do the sliding on the floor, like a goofier Sub-Zero, but he's still like thorough, like but he's a goofy ass dude, right? Like. But like the mass Sub-Zero can be like the one where it's like he has the slide, he has the traditional fireball, he has like the make it rain on you. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like the unmasked Sub-Zero has to have the make it rain on you. Like he has to make a comeback. Like just call him unmasked Sub-Zero. Like he's back for more, kid. Like he ain't fucking around. He's like, nah, I ain't holding that shit. I ain't holding no fucking scar on my fucking cheek and shit. That's dope. Like, I feel like it could be a secondary character easily. Unmasked Sub-Zero? That sounds cool as fuck. Like, this one don't even care if people know who the fuck he is. Like, the other Sub-Zero must be the little brother. He's like, yo, I don't want nobody to know this shit. The older brother's like, I don't give a fuck who knows this shit. In fact, I want them to know the shit. Um, um, what was I going to say? Yeah, those are simple changes that I would add to the game. I would love to see that probability of like guaranteed perfect parry against anyone that misses a combination. So essentially, they would have to kind of design the game where all the special moves, even EX special moves, can't have that ridiculous amount of invincibility all the time. I would lower it to maybe like two, but you never get exhausted. You know what I'm saying? I think maybe if you get exhausted towards the end of the match when you've already taken a beating for 2 minutes straight, like your opponent has outplayed you for a minute straight, you know what I mean? And your character is just nowhere near as like it's easy to guard block them now. It's easy to but they would have to fix the game in a way where M Bison can't just do scissor kicks like and be safe on block. If you're going to make the game the way I'm kind of saying, I don't mind that he has it as fast as he does. Like, in fact, I wouldn't even mind if he had it. Like, I feel like it's like Mortal Kombat 1 fast, but the problem is there's no block button in Street Fighter. And I feel like Street Fighter could be way more. You never know. Street Fighter could be way more fun if there was a block button and they did add block strings to it. We never know. But, like, I don't want to change the game too much. I do love traditional Street Fighter. But I just wish they made it more about the talent and like landing special moves at the right time and capitalizing easily, making it easy to capitalize off of, especially when a player uses meter. I love, like, for example, when I won with Kimberly earlier in this stream and I did the quarter circle forward run kick with light kick, that pops him up into the air. After the EX air grab, which actually works as a pretty fucking, probably the best anti-air command grab in the game, maybe only second to Zangief. So do not sleep on Kimberly because, like, maybe only, like, characters like Mai and Chun-Li who have air grabs. I think, honestly, Mai is way too good to have an air grab, but I don't mind Chun-Li having one. I feel like it's acceptable. I don't agree with Cammy having an air grab unless it's a special move that she's doing. And I would love to see more like of those amazing, spectacular, like Cammy air grabs that she would do if you like, let's say, for example, you did, well, in HD Remix, it's quarter circle forward hard kick. In the original game, it was the original Tiger Knee motion that you had to do from what I remember. But I do love that Capcom USA changed that to a quarter circle motion. I think for the first time, because of HD Remix, Super Turbo was probably the most accessible it ever was for like the 99% of the population that love to play Street Fighter on a controller. And it was just so unfortunate that, like, I feel like Sega did a better job than Nintendo back then when it came to the D-pad. I'm not trying to sound like I'm hating on Nintendo, but when it comes to playing Street Fighter on, like, you know, the original hardware, I gotta say that, like, the D-pad for Sega was very good. Don't get me wrong, I feel like D-pads have gotten, like, to the point where they're probably even more responsive than that. I especially love the one from the PlayStation Vita. I didn't always love the form factor of the PlayStation Vita, especially on the OLED model. I disagree with everyone saying the OLED was the better option. I had to actually, I hate to say it like this because I love everything PlayStation does. I forgot, I can't say that word. I'm going to talk about it anyway because I'm just such a big fan. But what was I going to say? When they did the revision of the PlayStation Vita with the LCD screen, and they changed, I believe, to the actual proprietary charge cable. You know, they changed that. The only thing that was a little heartbreaking is that when when they saw that the system was about to fail, like they said it failed. I heard it did pretty good numbers, In my opinion, that's a pretty good sale. People were talking about they sold like, what was it, like 15 million or 50 million? I forget what it was. But like, dude, I'm sorry, but I sell 50 million and I'm happy as fuck. Like, white guys sell 50 million and they're like, I can't believe it wasn't 200 mil. Like, wow. Like, it should have been 200 mil. And you know what? It would have been 200 fucking mil if you would have just added support for regular SD cards, even to this very day. To this very day, if you made an update where people could just put a regular SD card in a PlayStation Vita, that shit would fly off the shelves. Especially if it came included with their first party titles. Like that, yo, like if PlayStation does a tablet and it comes with God of War, like Ragnarok included, like you have to buy the shit. Like, fuck yeah, I want God of War on the go. Hell yeah, I want God of War on the go. That's that real, that's one of the dopest games I've ever seen, dog. And Tomb Raider on the go. I love Tomb Raider, Square Enix. Square Enix in Japan. I don't know if you made it in Japan or you made it here. Man, goddamn. Tomb Raider from Square Enix is dope as fuck. I wish there was like more enemies to destroy in the game and more animals to like hunt. Maybe like a secondary game mode where like, you know, you just go hunting and try to see who could have the highest score, like hitting deer with bow and arrow and shit. Like similar to like how they used to do like on the early like Sega consoles and shit, like later on. They had those games where you just aim shit. You know what I'm saying? Like at the screen. I wish they would like somehow bring that back and make it work, but without the cursor. Like maybe like a more trend. I don't know how to explain it, but goddamn, there was nothing like it. Like those games were so dope. You know what I'm saying? Those games are so fire. Absolutely, man. Those games were always, those like Japanese games that they were developing were always like a lot of them. Like I would say like a good 95 to 99% were like incredible. Like they perfected how to make video games and entertainment just as good as what like white guys do it. Like, come on. They can't deny that Mortal Kombat and Gears. If Asian guys are denying Gears of War and Mortal Kombat, I'm sorry, that's not cool. For me, that's not cool, bro. Like, they should be allowed to enjoy this shit too, you know what I mean? Like, if they want to play some Gears and some Mortal Kombat, they should be allowed to, bro. The truth never changes, bro. Like, let them enjoy that shit, because that shit is fire, dog. Like, I'm talking about the dudes from Japan, because for whatever reason, in Japan, they do not play Mortal Kombat out there like that. From what I understand. And it's just, it's sad. Because Mortal Kombat 11, like, I would have loved to see those guys playing Mortal Kombat 11. I would have loved to see the best Japanese players playing Mortal Kombat 11. Because Mortal Kombat 11 is just like Tekken. It's very similar to Tekken, only it has also a similarity to Street Fighter where you have those EX special moves. The X, you know what I mean? The X special moves. And now they're adding supers and everything, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so dope. It's a shame that Mortal Kombat 11 stopped releasing DLC for it. Like, there's a lot of Mortal Kombat 11 fans like me that are like, yo, that's the best one of all time, and I don't really want to play nothing else. So as a group of developers, you should go, you know what? He's right. Put all the characters in every single game, remaster it, put it in every single game, maybe tweak some of the things like Cabal being way too overpowered in Mortal Kombat 9. Stuff like that. And Striker was way too overpowered in Mortal Kombat 9 as well. I thought he was very OP. I would love to see him make a return for sure. I love his character design. He's dope as fuck. I think he's one of the coolest Mortal Kombat characters of all time, for sure. His what looked to me like that were infinites, I think are just very long combos. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I've seen some dope Mortal Kombat players doing some amazing combos with the game. And it's a shame that we don't get like a legitimate remaster of the original arcade Mortal Kombat games, maybe with only better graphics on projectiles and like special other special moves and like when you do like a fatality or brutality. And I don't even care if you reuse the animations like fatal blows from Mortal Kombat 11 can be the brutality in the remastered version of the original arcade Mortal Kombat. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I would love to see that. And then like the fatalities would obviously be like you could like you have your selection of fatalities you could choose or brutalities you could choose. You could easily preview it on the screen. You know, preview accept, like cancel, preview accept. That's it. Like when I see the fatality list, I click on it. I can watch it for a little bit. It'll just keep replaying it. And then like if I'm like, oh shit, that's just fire. I want to use that Kenshi fatal blow with this Kenshi fatality. Like, yeah, that's what I want to do with it. I love Kenshi's design. I was a little heartbroken when the developers really tweaked the character so much that I felt he became basically unplayable. The little roll that characters do after a forward hard kick was like completely unacceptable for you to add that to a character that doesn't even have a command grab. And it's a shame, you know what I'm saying? I really love this technology. I wish it would maybe put system voice command features disabled during gameplay, like especially ranked matches and like casual matches. Maybe I don't know. Maybe not casual, but definitely for ranked. And another thing that I don't like about when I play ranked is sometimes I'll win with a super and you won't give me the entire animation. If you want to have a separate tournament mode that doesn't use the entire super animation, it's unfortunate, but I understand for to speed up the process. You know what I'm saying? I could understand. I just think it makes your game look phenomenal. So why would you not want to show the world that? And it's unfortunate that we have to like censor ourselves so much, like when it comes to like, oh, like we can't have a fatality on a live stream for a video game tournament because like we don't want to ruin our sponsorship. But it's like, bro, like to be honest, I don't know if I want to really support a company that isn't cool enough to go, hey, look, if they want to play fucking games, they can play games. We're making the fucking games. Let them like talk all they want about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let them voice their opinion. Like, I'm sure they appreciate some of the shit I say, and I'm sure they can't stand a lot of the shit I say. But like, as a longtime fan, like, I'm sorry that I feel a little offended by some of your design choices. I just know that I've seen you do way better in the past, and there's no denying that. And it's just, you know, I'm like I said, um, what was I gonna say? What was I going to say? Yeah, like I said, it's a shame. I would love to see more from WB Games where they go, you know what? Add more DLC for Mortal Kombat 9 when we remaster it and re-release it. We're gonna add some of the characters that didn't make it into the original game. You know what I'm saying? But in that art style, in that kind of like every character's overpowered art style. You know, I don't mind that like every character kind of has like a little overpowered to them. And it's usually during meter. But like I feel like, you know, I'm also really highly anticipating that Injustice 3. I would love for it to be like honestly, I would love for WB Games to do like DC versus Mortal Kombat. Or maybe work in conjunction with like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 because I love the artists that drew like the characters from Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It just looks so beautiful and smooth. Like the movement of the characters' clothing while they walk and they fight, the bounce of just the clothing on the character is just so beautiful. And like I wish there was more of that. Like Chun-Li's dress blowing in the wind, like when it's raining, like Corinne's hair goes from like curly to like completely straight and wet, and now she's soaking wet. Like Laura's wearing like a white t-shirt and like it gets wet and it's like damn near like one of those wet t-shirt contests all of a sudden. Like when it rains in the Street Fighter match, like maybe not for ranked and tournament matches, but I would love to see that in a casual Street Fighter match. The stage go from sunlight to dark, like real time, like the way they're doing Mario Kart now. Like I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say I'm the biggest Mario Kart of all time, but I think with this new one that's coming out for Nintendo Switch 2, I am going to heavily get into that. Especially now they added that. I don't know if they added it before, but that rewind button, that changed everything for me. When the developer added the rewind feature, like when you're just exploring the stages, I feel like now I could compete. Like if I really learned this shit, I want to race all you, dog. Like I don't care how long you've been playing this shit. I'm a study Mario Kart, dog. You guys don't know that. I really mean there should be competitions for money for Mario Kart. Like it's that dope. Like Evolution Tournament should have a tournament for Mario Kart. Why not? Like, why is there not a tournament for Mario Kart? And I think Super Smash Bros. It was a shame what happened with Nintendo and like Super Smash Brothers, where like I thought they lost a lot of fans with that. It was a shame. That was a very bad decision. When they were shutting down fighting game players for running a tournament using their game? How dare you? We're the fucking reason why you have millions of dollars. Let us run our little bullshit tournament for like $1,000, man. Like, that should mean a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I would definitely put Idon on the Mount Rushmore of Street Fighter players, for sure. Just like I would put Meta RD and Knuckle Do. Like, I would say those are the top 3 best. Like, Blas is now coming out of nowhere and proving, like, you know what I'm saying? He's a force to be reckoned with. I know that. I do agree that Ryu is completely broken, but he's still dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, he perfected Ryu. Like, I have not perfected Ryu, not in Street Fighter 6. If we go back to, like, Street Fighter 3, I could show you a thing or two with Ryu. But as for Street Fighter 6, I have not really indulged in all the possibilities. Like, if my friends were cool enough to tell me over the phone, like, yo, hard punch into hard punch into medium punch is a frame trap. If they told me all that shit, I would destroy with Ryu. But I still love Ken more. In fact, when I play ranked right now, I kind of want to play Ken in casual. Like, I'm in the mood to play Ken in casual. Like, right now. Like, I love Kimberly, but she is very complex. And, like, right now, I'm not, like, I have not been playing her 100%. Like, I have not gotten her 100% to where I really want to get her. If they add the changes that I said in the game, which I feel like a lot of... I wish every character had a Rekka like that. I think that would drastically improve how good Street Fighter is. And King of Fighters as well. But, like, I wish it was as simple as just maybe holding the punch button down that you already did. And maybe, like, pressing 2 punches during that, like, hit stun animation, that, you know, the combo that, like, you can easily pop them up into the air for additional damage, like I did with Kimberly. But, like, the way I did it, maybe 99% of the players, 90% of the players out there can't do that consistently on modern control, on the classic controls, whatever the original controls were. What was I going to say? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like the way Pocket Fighter is. Pocket Fighter was released in the Capcom Fighting Collection, the original Capcom Fighting Collection, and I was very happy that they did that. Unfortunately, they did not give us the additional bonus of the PlayStation 3 release. That was I mean, it was only done for Super Puzzle Fighter, but I would have loved for them to put that kind of attention to detail to Pocket Fighter. I believe that fighting game would do so good with younger kids and women especially, um, in comparison to like maybe the way you really have to play Street Fighter 6. Because like I feel like there are women out there that want to play the game competitively, but like maybe aren't the best at doing modern controls. But like I understand why they banned it because of Super. But if they were to redesign the Super a little bit so that you have to combo it, then I could say like it's acceptable. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would do with the game. Those are like some simple changes that I noticed that like I would easily give every character a Rekka. That's another strong suggestion that I feel like if every character could easily do like the way Fei Long has it in Super Turbo is way too hard. I felt like they did make it easier in HD Remix, but I still felt it was not as easy as it is in Street Fighter 6. Whoever is designing the way the gameplay fights during those moments should be designing all of them. He should be teaching all of them because the Rekka is exactly what Street Fighter needs. Street Fighter needs like a Tekken style combo that could be maybe like a combination of like high and low attack, where Chun-Li can do like overhead, overhead, low. But like these are legit strings that she has. Like every character has like low, overhead, low, over. Like that have to be respected at like those moments where meter is no longer an option. Like, but at any time you could just special move cancel it just by pressing 2 kick or 2 punch. Doesn't matter which ones. If I press like, for example, medium punch and hard punch, if I feel more comfortable doing that as EX, I can do it. And I can do it in Street Fighter 6. And I love that. And they've been doing that ever since, I want to say Third Strike, but I feel like not every single special move has every single possible EX variant, like, included for whatever reason. I was a little disappointed that, Alex's character in Third Strike, could not land a counter, a cross-up stomp. In fact, I would love for it to be way lower to the ground. I feel like that would change a lot of it, especially in a game that does not have parry. I feel like when he does land that stomp, leave the opponent standing. Stop making it so difficult to combo the opponent afterwards. I would much rather it just be like, how can I say it? What's the best way to describe it? Like, what happens after a drive impact? You know what I'm saying? But like, I feel like they should freeze frame even the regular, like, Pocket Fighter combo in the game. Like, where it's like jab, square, triangle and shit. Or like square. Like, it's so basic and so fun, like, and so easily accessible because that, like, kids are gonna love that. And women that might, like, kids that want to play with their parents that want to play with their kids are gonna love that because it's like, it's real straightforward and easy to understand. You know what I'm saying? And I know they have the command list and we appreciate all that, but like, and I do gotta say, Mortal Kombat 11 is the best menu in all the fighting games because they add that voice narration feature option where you can have the screen talk to you and tell you everything that's on the screen. I love that so much more. You know what I'm saying? I love that so much more, but I do feel like playing 10 ranked, so I'm gonna end. I did my best to help Capcom out. I hope they don't really hold it against me because I feel like you have personally. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like you kind of did a little bit, especially when it came to Capcom Cup. When you guys were like, "No, we don't allow training stage for Capcom Cup." I was a little heartbroken by that because like that's all I play on. You didn't add a black stage where we could add like neon colors. That would be so fire. Seeing Ken with a neon red outfit on a black background, it would be so fucking fire. What was I going to say? Yeah, that would be dope as well. Neon, colors for the character. Yeah, that would be an excellent option as well. Like aesthetically speaking, like I would love to see that. Like I would love to see voice narration for Street Fighter because there's a lot of new features that they added that I'm very happy they added. And honestly, it was because of me. Like, so all these players that you see live streaming, oh, can he drive impact that? Oh, can he EX uppercut that? Oh, can he EX Blanca ball that? Like, I was the reason why they added that. Like, so show me a little respect, dog. Like I'm sorry in the heat of the moment, like, I don't like command grab characters. I know I did player in Street Fighter 5, but like, I was always a fan of Sean. So like that was my main reason for it. Like if it weren't for that, I probably wouldn't have played the character at all. But I thought Sean was one of the best characters of all time. When he threw the basketball as a projectile, I wish that he could honestly choose where he wants the projectile to land. And also, it would be nice if it was way easier to see, like just a solid orange ball and shit. You know what I mean? And maybe in dark mode, you could have it like neon orange. Because I know that's going to really pop. You might not necessarily have to have that neon, but there was times where I played like really good cross Tekken players, and they would pick like neon colors on the black training stage on Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and it looked so beautiful. Like Ken's outfit and Ryu's outfit looked so beautiful in it. The only problem was that I made my characters look like silhouettes in that game, so like I kind of had like a slight unfair advantage on that stage, and I kind of felt bad. But like, it's not my fault that the game didn't automatically adjust it because I don't like winning like that. And I clearly tried to make a point with Ryu when I picked the all-white Ryu on the all-white background. I clearly proved to you guys why it's fucking annoying to have that. And it's unfortunate that some of you guys think it's funny to like do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a shame though. Like, for real. Like that's not how you get better. Like you get better by like putting yourself out there at your best and like learning and like adjusting and adapting and evolving, just like everything else in life. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I honestly really just wanted it to be the best Street Fighter of all time. Like if I could have some part in the creation of like, even if it's just like with my suggestions, um, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, another spiritual word that's really good is lies. Perv and like person is kind of the same thing. So like if you say person, it also means money and what person it is and if they're a pervert. So like it's kind of like a 3-in-1. I think they call that like the triple entendre spiritual word and shit. And also lies is good because like if you're lying down or like it also has eyes in it, which also has I in it. So it's like even a quadruple whatever the hell that word is. Um, what is that new shit that people are always talking about in rap now and shit? Double entendre and shit. I'm like I didn't know that's what it was, but I'm glad you noticed. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you noticed I was so brilliant that I didn't even realize how brilliant I was. Um, cause it's like funny, like that would be funny as hell if like that really happened. Like let's say for example, like Eminem, like if people are like at home or sitting at home and shit, and they're like, "Yo, like that was shit was fire. Did you hear what he said? That was like a quadruple on double entendre and shit. Yo, like Eminem just hit him with the triple entendre." And we're like, oh, like we're all hyped up about it and shit. And not, it is dope. Don't get me wrong. But like, I thought it'd be funny if like Eminem was like double entendre. What the fuck is that? Like, what the hell is that? Like if people go to him and they're like, yo, people are loving that triple entendre you did in that song. He's like, triple entendre? What the hell is that? He's like, I never heard of that shit in my life. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I am gonna play casual. I'm probably gonna play Ken and Blanca. Maybe a little bit of Dhalsim. I'm really loving Dhalsim's character. I really think he's one of the most slept on. I think you can't do drive impact on him. Do not do it. Just like you can't do it on Blanca either. Just because of the forward jump, it goes right through drive impact. Don't do that. See, I'm even helping y'all get better against me. But yeah, I love that he has that option though. Blanca really needs that option. Just like I feel like, um, yeah, man, I would love to see that, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a huge fan of what you guys do, man. I've bought like all the animes. I bought Street Fighter Round 1 and Round 2. I wish you actually made more of those. I would love to see Jory's storyline, like from like maybe she wasn't always a evil piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? But like she's a dope character. And I love the anime that you did for Street Fighter 4, the jury one. You know what I'm saying? That shit was fire. Like, I don't care if you guys hold it against me. I'm like, I don't think they ever sold that in the United States. And it's like such a shame because I would have bought that day one. I was so heartbroken that I had to download it. Like, as a fan, I was a little heartbroken. Like, I think they eventually translated it. It did take them a while, but I believe they were kind enough to do it. So I am happy about that. But it sucked that we didn't get it right away like the Japanese did. And I was very jealous about that because that was one of the best animes they did as well. The Ties That Bind with that Seth was the boss fight at the end was phenomenal. I also thought the one with Jury, that Jury was the boss fight for Chun-Li and Cammy, that was also phenomenal. That Chun-Li Jury fight was awesome. Very dope. That was awesome. Very good. I still thought like Street Fighter Alpha Generations was also like top notch. Like I always put that as my number one. Absolutely. I always thought that was the best one. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. Um, yeah, Street Fighter. I love Street Fighter. Like I said, like I don't want to sound like a jerk, but goddamn, man, like I am a little disappointed with some of the decision making of Tekken 8. Like I was like so excited about that. Don't get me wrong, I still love the Tekken volleyball, but some of it just did not feel like 100% like the way I remember it. Like I always thought Tekken volleyball was like easily one of the best, like probably the best mini game that was ever in a fighting game. And I would love to see that on cell phones nowadays. Like, even if it was like the simple, like Dragon Ball Z style coloring, like where it's like very just solid colors. There's not too much shading going on. Like, just so that it can run on every smartphone out there, basically. But if you were to release Tekken Ball, like with like where we could do Bluetooth battle at any time, like with our friends and family, that would be so fire. I would make the hitboxes probably as big as I could possibly make them. But I always loved Tekken volleyball. I always thought it was dope as fuck. Like, make it as simple as possible. Like, big, like, you could slide through the characters, like, full screen image of their face and who the character is. Like, oh, like, I would say, like, a good character selection screen from a fighting game. I would probably say like Mortal Kombat 11 maybe had the best one of all time. Like very minimalistic, but like so fucking effective with their color choices. Like that white on yellow on black, like was just so beautiful. And then like sometimes it had like a gold trim. Very easy to understand, very easy to follow. And like I love that they also have the voice narration. don't get me wrong, I can still manage in Mortal Kombat 1, but goddamn, the coloring is so dark. I don't know if maybe my TV just was not getting enough electricity. That also could have been the reason. Because my TV has been, the TV that I bought recently has been like flickering. And I feel like I'm still under warranty and like, I don't want to say the name brand out there like that, but like, as long as they were to give me a full refund, I would be like basically happy about it. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, I gotta get a gaming monitor anyway. I'm probably like anyone that doesn't have a gaming monitor that's like not 15 to maybe maximum 17 inches. I felt like 15 was exactly what it should be because I think even with 15, I felt like I had to maybe like I think 13 is like perfection. You know what I'm saying? Where you don't really have to move your head at all when you play. Like for competitive gaming, like anyone that's moving their head when they play, they're missing out on a lot of the action and a lot of the refresh rate. Because a smaller screen obviously refreshes way. Like I wish, like I know I can, but I wish it was like I think it is pretty easy. Um, for I'll leave it at that. I'm like rambling on and on, but like I'm glad I was able to help you guys out. If you're like wise enough to appreciate what I really have been doing for you guys. Because like I was really the only fan that like challenged your authority in the game. Like because and for rightfully so. Like I was like heartbroken by it. Like I've literally cried over Street Fighter 6 not because I'm sad, but because like I'm just so disappointed with how they decided to make the game cuz like I feel like way more players would be enjoying it and like understanding it and being able to compete in it if they just listen to me a little bit more. And it's a shame. You know what I'm saying? Because I genuinely just wanted them to have like the best Street Fighter of all time. And like I'm still waiting for them to re-release Street Fighter Cross Mega Man that was released free on PC. Very disappointed about that. I thought that game would easily bring so much attention to Mega Man. I know the guy from Newswave. I know that he's actually um, a huge fan of Mega Man. And don't get me wrong, by the time X4 came out, I was a huge fan too. Zero was always one of my favorite characters. Um, I can't deny that. I would be lying if I said I love Zero more than I love Mega Man. Um, um, what was I going to say? Yeah. I'll leave it at that. Like, I don't know what else to say about it. Color customization. I'm happy they added that to Fatal Fury. I think that's fucking awesome. But I didn't really indulge like in the process, even though I normally would, because like no one's playing the fucking game online. And it's a shame because like I was one of the few guys that did support SNK Play More and like Fatal Fury, like and all their shit. Like I even bought like Last Blade on like the original Nintendo Switch. I thought that game was fire. That's the game that is with Ino, right? Not Ino. What's her name? Hibiki? What's the little Japanese bitch that keeps the sword behind her back? And like she's like fast as fuck and she suddenly runs past you to the other side. And like by the time you realize that she's behind you, like the sword is now hitting you. Like she's even faster than her own attack. I love when they design special moves like that. Like for example, the rival to Hahumaru in Samurai Showdown. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but the original Ryu kind of character, samurai character from Samurai Showdown. I think that was honestly a lot of um, these older Japanese fighting games. Like they really survived and really like they really flourished, a lot of them more than they probably would have if it weren't for them adding those like Street Fighter style special moves. But that's not to say that they did not put their own spin on it as well. Like they were able to creatively come up with stuff in their own unique games that had never been done before. Like fighting games have never been approached like that before. Like it was the first time it was ever done at all. And like we were all like, oh shit, that's dope. Like this is amazing. Like we really appreciate it. Obviously, otherwise we wouldn't be buying the shit. You know, I was heartbroken at the fact that I had to return Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, to be honest. I still bought it digitally, but I like to buy all my fighting games twice. Like that's how much I show love to the developers. Like I buy it digitally and I buy a physical copy day one. Full price, no doubt about it. Like maybe with the exception of like some of the smaller Japanese fighting games, like Arcana Heart and shit. Like, I'm sorry I didn't drop $60 on, you know, another Japanese Street Fighter clone. I'm sorry. I mean, it did have some unique attacks, like the Dragon Ball Z flying that you could kind of fly at your character. I thought that was pretty fucking cool. I thought it was way too complex to figure out exactly what was there like how do I explain it? Like each thing kind of had its own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, like there was a fighting game, it was like a real independent fighting game that was called like Monster, I believe it was. And it only had like 2 characters in it, but the shit was actually fire for a 2D fighter. There was like this little white grizzly bear guy. And I'm not gonna lie, he looked like a cute ass character. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't want to sound like, I mean it's a 2D character, fictional character. But it was dope as fuck. There was like only like I remember there only being 2 characters because I guess it just didn't get enough hype behind it, and they just like canceled the process altogether. But like he had like tranquility and like freedom. And like he could choose like basically what would be like a V-ism in Street Fighter 3, Alpha 3, or like even Alpha 2 kind of was like a V-ism, only you only could move in one direction in Street Fighter Alpha 2. Although I personally prefer the traditional super meter style of Street Fighter like Super Turbo and any game that has an influence from that particular moment on. And that also includes ultras, obviously. It kind of bothers me a little bit when they change the terminology. You know what I'm saying? I don't kind of like that as a fan. Like when they change EX moves to something else, like now it's called like drive meter, like drive uppercut, like Shoryuken, drive Shoryuken. Like people know what you mean when you say that. Like new players, they know what you mean when you say that. Like when you say drive Shoryuken, they know what you mean. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna deny that that player that was playing Aki, he's good as fuck. I've played him before and he's like legitimately beating my Blanca. But I did wipe my ass with a lot of Akis before that ever happens. But like I'm sorry that Blanca's not as good as he should be. Like his Rainbow Ball, if they just made that have more like invincibility by the time maybe he's already leaving the ground, like even on the regular one, like it's just a force to be reckoned with. I don't care if they ultra, I don't care if they drive impact, it breaks the shit. End of story. Like it has to have that. The same way Zangief already has it in Street Fighter 6 with his back hard punch, which I was very fortunately surprised by. With his back hard punch, and that's one of the most dangerous reasons why. That's how you get them to stop doing drive impact, with the exception of like crouching light kick, crouching light kick, crouching light kick. Like up close, that gets a player to stop doing that. You have to represent that as a grappler. You have to. You have to represent the 1, the 2, and the 3 on like but you also have to be able to capitalize on hit and really make it worthwhile. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a combination of the two. Of course, I feel like grapplers have a better. Are there ways to fight what they're doing? Absolutely. Are there zoners that give them the hardest time of their life? Like, for example, Dalsim or like Guile? Abso-fucking-lutely. Ryu? Abso-fucking-lutely. JP? Abso-fucking-lutely. I've wanted to. The only reason I did not pick up JP as a character as much as I really want to is because he has like this close standing heart. Like I wouldn't even call it a close standing heart punch anymore because they've removed that entirely ever since Street Fighter 4. As far as I know, it looked like Sakura kind of had it, but I think that was just a back hard punch she could do at any time. And it just kind of looked like a close standing hard punch. I called it close standing hard punch. Maximilian calls it proximity normals. And, you know, either way, we're both right. You know what I mean by the shit. Like, yeah, just simple changes like that would make all the difference. Like, just blocking E Honda's headbutt should guarantee you a hard punch counter on the ground. When you're grounded, you have not jumped in the air. If you jump in the air, obviously you get additional damage because of the jump kick. Obviously, that's like a pure counter. I would personally throw out the medium kick or whatever the cross-up is for your particular character. Some characters have like a light kick, unfortunately. Like Cammy, I remember in Street Fighter 5 was one of those characters that had a light kick cross-up. As well as Chun-Li, I believe, is light kick cross-up. No, okay, okay, I think I'm done. I think I'm done. If I can figure out how to do it. Wait, am I doing? Okay, I'm paused. Okay, that's right. Am I playing a real person right now? Was he waiting that whole time? Okay, no, this is AI. Okay. I don't honestly like a lot of these stage designs in Street Fighter 6. I'm very disappointed about that as well. I'm glad that I even thought about that because, other than training stage, I don't honestly think there's enough options available. There was players on PC. There was players on PC that basically had modified the game in a way that like they can have an all black background on Street Fighter 6. There's not even any detail on it. It's just solid black. And then like they can choose that like each character is like a bright red or a black or all yellow. Like that would be dope if Ryu's like it was like literally like yellow on black or black on yellow. Like everything though. Like it just a silhouette version of the game that like if you want to play online in silhouette form, you can. And like if you want to request it at a tournament where like both players agree to play it on a black stage with like all red characters that you could clearly see every attack and what they're doing, that would be fucking awesome for like tournaments and like online play. I would love to see that silhouette feature maybe added where you could kind of customize the color of the background and like almost like I could pick whatever silhouette color I want. Like it doesn't necessarily, I know you guys are like, oh, silhouette's just kind of like a hollow, solid hollow, like empty, like form of like of somebody, but like usually black, but like that is distinguished, is still kind of like distinguishable. A lot of the times they use it for like with like Mario, like whether you see the detail of Mario, you know that's Mario, you know that's Ryu from Street Fighter, you know that's like a lot of different characters out there. You know what I'm saying? Like if someone showed you a picture of Kazuya silhouette, you would be like, that's Kazuya. You might not be able to name every last one, but like when you see Kazuya, you're like, no, that's Kazuya. Like Kazuya is one of the dopest Tekken characters of all time. I always said that. I always said he was like one of the best. I would always block low before I block high against Kazuya. But I feel like once you understand that, can he still win? Of course, because he could fake the forward special move that usually hits low first and just go for a grab. Because, you know, it kind of looks like the grab animation a little bit when he's dashing forward. So that kind of adds a little strength to his like repertoire of moves, like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll end it there. But I do feel like playing casual matches in Street Fighter 6. If anyone's interested in playing with me on Street Fighter 6, which I do love a lot of the game, don't get me wrong, like doing crouching light into crouching jab into like special move into super, or just raw into super, especially the way I like to do it, like raw crouching jab into super and really show off the timing of it. Like I like to do it off of the one tap. Like, cause like that's like the hardest thing to do in the entire game. So like I just want to show you like that's how good that's who you're really up against. Like I don't want you to get the wrong idea about me, but like I was legitimately doing that in Street Fighter 3. Like legitimately, even online back then. And when they simplified it a little bit at first, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, at first it felt a little bit different, the timing. But then I started getting used to it, and the more I got used to it, the more I like started loving it again. But at first, I'm not gonna lie, there was a slight hurdle in comparison to how the original games, like the older games, were. Okay, so I'm done. I'm done. Okay, I'm gonna play. I'll probably be playing Ken, Dhalsim, or Blanca. Most certainly. I do want to get my Blanca better, just because I believe in the character so much. I know Meta RD won in the tournament, and I'm very happy for him. But I just want like mine to be like top notch. Like I want to utilize every tool available that he has, and like I hope they add the changes that I said too as well. Like I feel like at a certain point, the Blanca ball, the rainbow ball should just have projectile invincibility and absorb it no matter what it is. It doesn't just have to be meter. Like I think at some point it should have projectile invincibility. I feel like a lot of the special moves in the game, at some point, they're like already been like so far into the like animation of the move itself, and it still does not have projectile invincibility even on the regular one. Like if I decide to do a full screen headbutt super, I mean regular headbutt charge back forward hard punch, if I do that full screen and I'm playing against a Ryu player and he just suddenly throws EX fireball, my headbutt still wins. Like I'm talking about, there's a momentum shift at some point where it's similar to like Tekken 7, when a lot of players had that like forward kick, where it would be the like most basic invincible attack that like everyone could do in the game. I felt like Alyssa's was probably, the robot bitch was probably the scariest. I gotta say, she was probably easily one of the best. I don't care. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna end it there. I am gonna start a casual match. I'll probably play a little Ken. I've been kind of wanting to play Ryu and Ken a little bit. I do love Ken a little bit more because I just feel his combos are way, not to say Ryu's combos are impossible, but I feel like in comparison to Ken, for whatever reason, like Ryu is always way harder to land basically the same shit. But like, I'm glad they made the what is it called? The Super Fireball. I don't know what it's called. Not Denjin Hadouken. The other one, the regular one. I don't know if it's called. Is it called Metsu Hadouken? I forget. I think that might be Akuma. I'm not 100% sure right now, but I know that the Super Fireball. Maybe there could be one exception to that rule. Like, I feel like it should even be Super on startup. Like, I'm talking about, like, if they did that, I think everyone would love Street Fighter. Like no one would ever give this game up and quit and find something else. Like, I feel like the way it currently is, like I feel like there's so many like unnecessarily like bad, like some of the decisions are just like so bad though. Like, and I hate to say it like that, but like it's not all of them. Like, I would be lying if I said it was all of them, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really do want Street Fighter to be like the dopest it possibly could be. Like, I feel like every player understands that. That way they can play modern controls, because if you do it correctly, a female can play modern controls with E Honda, and she still has to be good. Like, she still has to land a hard punch Rekka combo that's easy to do, not the one that's in Street Fighter 6. Because those Rekka combos off of a standing heavy punch with E Honda is way too difficult to do. Can I do them? Yes. Can they be easier? Absolutely. It should be like just hold kick during heavy punch hit stun. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's got to be a way where the developers can, like, if they're in hit stun and a heavy punch was involved, well, then this kind of automatic Rekka combo kind of happens. Like, whether they press the punch button or not, like, you could just kind of, if it lands, just hold it, keep holding it, and it'll just keep, like, putting inputs for you. Like, instead of, like, remember in Third Strike, I think it was the first time that they had, like, continue pressing punch button or, like, something like that during the super, and you would get more hits. Like, for example, Sean in Third Strike, with his Shoryuken super, like his uppercut super. You know, I don't agree with the way they, like, in a way, I think I understand why they did it though. Like, I think the developer said, no, we want you to be able to kind of get a little bit further if you have to with it, but you can also use it as like a last minute anti-air super as well. And I think Sean desperately needed that. And that was the main reason I played the uppercut super with Sean instead of what a lot of people agree is the best super in Third Strike with Sean. You know, maybe against a grappler I would use like the short super with Sean. I would love for that to be way easier as well. Like, you can get 3 light kicks into super. I think that would be acceptable, at the very least 3. But I love how, like, on counter hit it's 4. And I feel like if I'm dumb enough to miss a combo on 4 light kicks, like, I deserve to drop the combo. Like Bam Margera, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, in the original CKY videos that he did way before Jackass. I thought those were so funny. The CKY 2K with Bam Margera is so funny. If you guys have not seen it, it's like easily one of the funniest DVDs of all time. Highly recommend you support that and show love, because like, it's so funny. Okay. I'm done. I'm gonna play some Ken. I think I'm gonna play Ken or Blanca or Dulcim. I keep like sidetracked because I keep thinking of a new shit. I'm like, yo, add the color customization, please. I wish it was like easier to unlock like all the colors and all the costumes for the characters. Like, goddamn, like after like buying the game, like you're telling me I can't get like easy access to all the dope shit right away. You know, like I'm a little disappointed by that as well. Like, I feel like Capcom can do a little bit better than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they made a lot of millions of dollars with this game. You know what I'm saying? And it's a shame that, like, they're just like, eh. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a developer, like, don't be like that. Like, bro, like, we all know you can be like that, but, like, don't be a jerk. Like, we depend on you to, like, come up with dope shit. Like, come on now. Like, really, like, you understand what I mean. So I'm going to leave it at that, though. I do feel like playing Ken in Street Fighter 6, though. Or Ryu. I don't know. I personally like Ryu because he has a better overhead than Ken. It's a shame that they ruined Ken's iconic axe kick, two-hit axe kick that he desperately needs ever since Third Strike, even though he had it in Street Fighter 4. Although I don't recommend really using it because it's like quite possibly like the worst move in the game. Although I probably landed it more than any other Ken in Street Fighter 4 history. But I'll end it there. You know what I'm saying? I'll end it there. I do really love Street Fighter and I love playing. You know, sometimes I just don't find competition out where I'm at. And like, I'm almost contemplating moving to New York City just so I can have more competition for fighting games. Because like, I can't stand waiting so long to get a match again. I don't even care if they just put me more challenging bots on the way to a real player. Like at any time, you could just end the bot match and like maybe save it for later so that when I'm done with the real player, like a 2 out of 3, it goes right back to like continuing that like fight a challenging bot. Like, I mean like survival mode status if you want. Like you can make it survival mode where like you continue on with the same health you did from the very first match that you started. You know what I'm saying? I always loved survival mode in fighting games. I always thought it was an excellent addition to the game. A much needed addition to the game. For every fighting game. For Tekken, I mean, as you know, if you're at level 100, you know, it should tell like you should be able to look up your stats. How many times did it take you as a player to beat level 100 computer? Like the final level, like he don't fucking make mistakes. Type shit. Like unless you're like completely counter hitting his ass or throwing him at the right time, he's like just a force to be reckoned with type shit. Like we all like don't, like we all know Alex Valle is dope in Tekken and Street Fighter. We all know that. I'll never deny that. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to deny that. I know he's one of the best players of all time. There's no denying that. We all know that. He was able to beat, you know, Daigo Umehara later on, like in his career. You know what I'm saying? And convincingly in Super Turbo and Third Strike. And it's a shame that we didn't get another rematch with him. It's a shame. Like, I'm sorry. Forget that it looks staged. The whole world wants to see it. Like, I'm sorry, but we all want to see Nuki play against Justin Wong again. Like, we want to see those grudge matches. I want to see a fan of competitive fighting games or just fighting games in general. Like, I want them to sit there and go, like, I honestly just want them to, like, you know what I'm saying? I just really want to play. Like, so I'm getting distracted. It's unfortunate that people can't appreciate a good thing when they have it and they got to rain on other people's parade. It's a sad reality. You know what I'm saying? That's why I really do what I do and choose to what I choose, because I know it works very well. And I'm sorry that I have to, you know, block an ignorant piece of shit with it. But like, it's not fair to me either. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, we all want our peace of mind in life. You know, you can't let it distract you and you can't let it win the spiritual battle, you know, because it can become physical. You know what I'm saying? If you allow it to. Never allow it to bother you in any way, shape, or form. Like, that'd be like my best advice. Like, believe me when I tell you, you don't need to think to yourself to study or anything like that. Study out loud and memorize your shit. You know, there's plenty of awesome options out there to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna play Third Strike now. So, I mean, not Third Strike, my bad. Street Fighter 6 right now. But I am gonna stop the broadcast though, because I do want to play casually with Ken. I know you guys are all desperate, trying to prove you could beat my Kimberly, and it's very, very unlikely. I would say like 99% of the matches I actually play, I do win. For the one player that does beat me, I would be surprised if he's not using a broken character. Kimberly does have a little bit of kind of broken shit, but she really has to earn it. So like, is it really broken though? I don't think it's really broken if the character really has to earn it. And that's part of the reason why I play the character. And I feel like I wish more characters were to be designed like that. I feel like the character that designed Kimberly should design Ryu. They should design Ken on standing hard kick, especially, and standing hard punch, where on hit, it automatically does the combo for you. If you decide to play traditional Street Fighter with it and do like cancellations into special moves and supers like how you normally were always able to do it, you should be able to do that too. You know what I'm saying? So it'll kind of come out either way. Like it can still accept your inputs, because I love the way they do it now. Like Kimberly is a prime example of how like every character should have a Rekka combination just like that. I feel like that would make the game complete in a lot of ways. I feel like the only thing that Ryu and Ken and characters like that really lack is something that they could easily chain combo into, like do a chain combo into that. Like, you got to keep it together. Otherwise, it does not combo. That's why they call it a chain combo. It's like, if it's not together at like the right time, you're not going to connect it. And I'm glad they made it way easier than ever before, because like, that's another change that I do love about you guys. You know what I'm saying? I do have an amazing Zangief as well. I don't really play it that much on stream, but I do have an amazing Zangief. I do think in the right fucking hands, he is a terrifying fucking character. Don't care what anyone says. With parry, Zangief with parry is terrifying. The only thing you can really do is grab him. So like, if Zangief has to like stop using parry against grapplers, if he could really understand that logic, and unless like it's like something real obvious like a drive impact, perfect parry attempt, or like maybe a full screen fireball, something like that, I would not even use it at all. Not against like maybe a zoner, unless I was like mid-screen. Like outside of mid-screen, I mean. Like mid-screen, I'm just going for strike game. Like Zangief's strike game with that back hard punch is like, if like it has that like invincibility on it. So like at a certain point, he just beats everything in the game except for super. So like as a smart player against Zangief, you have to almost keep that super for that moment as well. So like you can't, as a Zangief player, a high level Zangief player is just going, he has meter, not using back hard punch, not using back drive impact. You know what I'm saying? Against a grappler, especially as a Zangief player. But like as a Ryu player, I'm like, he's full screen. I could throw EX fireball. I could throw regular fireball. I could you know, do hard kick, spin kick over his fireball if he's Ryu or Guile. You know, so like that's like a full screen counter. Is it as good as before? You know, as amazing as it was before? No, but I think it's way more fair than ever before. But like, I think it shouldn't even be in the game at all. But I think they should adjust the projectile zoning enough that even Guile can be counter jump kicks more consistently, and Chun-Li and Mai. Like, I feel like there's certain moments at mid-screen range where, no doubt about it, you should easily counter your opponent for throwing a projectile at mid-screen range, to teach people, no, at this range, we're turning this into a striking game now. And may the best man win, or woman win. Because I do believe there are dope female players out there. You know, the female E Honda player is dope as fuck. I don't know her name, but she goes out with like an Asian Dalsim player that's also dope as fuck. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. I do want to play. I'm just not gonna play on stream. I'm sure some guys are probably gonna save my matches and shit. It's cool. I'm honored by that. Just like I'm sure they're honored by in fact, it would be nice to see fighting games be able to know exactly who downloaded what videos from what players, you know what I'm saying? That would be nice as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of players are gonna be like, "Damn, you had to download my shit." Like, that's what's up. Like, I'm honored that I was so good that you had to study my fucking highlight reel on your ass. Like, I kind of like that option as well. Um, but I'll end it there. I'll end it there. I hope you guys. I hope you guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed the. I don't know what it really is. I'm not. I don't feel like calling it a podcast or anything like that. I just like give my opinion of fighting games. Like, I just always love fighting games. So, um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I gotta get off the broadcast. Though. I've been doing it for like 2 hours at the very least. I gotta raise the volume on my headphones. Wait, I keep fucking up. Um, okay, I'm gonna end my broadcast now. That's what PlayStation calls it.